Hello, gamers. My name is Chris, and welcome to the first ever Horton Brothers Grimm video game podcast. We really appreciate you checking us out for our first episode. And joining me is my in real life brothers. Oh, yes, in real life. Scott.
Hey, what's up?
And Zach.
Yeah, that's me.
Yes, these are my two brothers. We have known each other I've been alive for 38 years. So that gives me 38 years of knowing Scott and 37 years of knowing Zach.
Holy crap.
That's a long time.
Maybe. I'm only 21.
He's only 21, ladies.
Every
but
year.
He does have children and a wife. Sorry. He's not available.
Well, I'm just kidding.
So the purpose of our good old podcast here is we're going to be talking about some video games from the past, the present, and the future. So what's going to be cool about it is when we talk about a game from the past, it's going to be stuff that we've played together when we were kids. So we're going to be reminiscing. We're going to talk about some fun facts about the game of the week, which this week we're talking about Super Mario 3, which is awesome. And it's going to be so fun, guys, and we're going to talk about a game from the present that we like to play. We're going to talk about a game from the future that we are looking forward to playing and give you our opinions and just basic smart aleck comments about each thing.
Sounds great. That's what I like.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And, guys, just to let you know, you can check me out on YouTube at my channel, Bang Bang Potato. I go by Tonic over there, but you can call me Chris here on this podcast. Scott, can you tell the good folks where you can be found out there on the internets?
My screen name is Death Dealer. I am found on the YouTube channel, The Games of Death. Come on over and check it out.
Oh, it's a great deal of fun. I'm telling you right now, guys, go check him out. And, of course, Zach, where can we find you out there, bro?
Well, on YouTube, I'm on Genova Destro. Make sure you put a space in between those two names. And then on Twitter, it should be, I can't even remember. I'll figure it out later. Tell you later.
It's somewhere out
it's
there.
It's like at Genova Destro, I think. Because for some reason, my bookmarks don't want to work today. So it's really upsetting.
Well, while he is consoling himself, guys, I will tell you more about how you can help us grow this podcast. If you will check us out on iTunes, leave us a 5-star review. It would be so helpful for us if you're enjoying what you're hearing. And of course, they're going to require you to leave a comment, but guess what? That comment doesn't matter. You can put anything you want to in there. You can put a flipping us the bird emoji. You can put in a Mario is my lover emoji. You can put anything. I don't even know if there's a Mario is my lover emoji.
If you can refrain from using emojis, I'll be down with it.
Type in I refrain from emojis, and that would be perfect. Just make sure you put the 5 stars and help us grow this podcast, race up the charts where all of you good folks out there in video game land can hear us every 2 weeks. Does that win? It's going to be great.
Because that's how often I get out of bed. 2 weeks, every 2 weeks.
He will wake up and check your comments every 2 weeks, guys. So just be sure and leave them. We would appreciate it so much. All right. Well, today, guys, we're going to be talking about the first game, which I told you earlier was Super Mario Brothers 3. Now, this game probably defined, in my opinion, our childhood in a way because we played this game tenaciously. I won't say tenaciously. And we stayed up late nights. We fought over the controller to see whose turn it was. All kinds of fun stuff. So, Scott, what was your first memory of playing Super Mario Brothers 3 back in the day?
Super Mario Brothers 3 was actually it was one of my favorite. It was one of my favorite games in the Mario Brothers series because I mean there was just so much about it. I mean you had my first impression of the game. I'm playing along and then all of a sudden you hit this block and a leaf pops out. Well, I'm thinking, what the crap is this? So you get the leaf and then Mario grows ears and a tail. I mean, how crazy is that, right?
Must have been one of them magic leaves.
I'm saying. So, I thought that was pretty neat. And then on top of that, because he had the ears and the tail, if you ran real fast and then hit the jump button, he would fly if you kept hitting it. That was never a thing in Mario. You couldn't fly in any of them before that, I don't think. But so that was pretty cool. I
You got
enjoyed
pretty
that
close
aspect.
with the princess, I guess, in Mario 2. Where she
Yeah,
could
'cause
do
she
the
could-
crouch
she could
jump and glide
Yeah.
a little there. And then Luigi thought
Yeah.
he was running in the air, so I don't know what was up with that. So.
I think Mario got jealous and he's like, you know what? I can't wear a dress, but I can wear a tail and I will fly, princess. Watch this. Watch this girl. And I always wondered if, since Mario had the ears, they never gave him his ears any ability when he had the freaking tail. He had ears, like bigger ears. Could he actually hear better? Could he hear the Goombas coming a little faster?
Well, the crazy thing is he ended up with 4 ears because he still had the human ears, plus the 2 raccoon ears that came out of his hat.
What was the...
I have
don't
no
get it,
clue.
man.
It's a mutant thing, I guess.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
swear.
It's because he
And
went
not-
through the
not-
sewer pipes. I mean, he passed the Ninja Turtles on the way through.
You
not
probably
only
think-
that,
Run through some.
not only
mutagen.
could he, not only did he have ears and a tail with the leaf. If you were lucky and you got in one of those mushroom houses, and you pick the box or whatever, and it gives you a raccoon suit. Well, then you're completely dressed in a raccoon suit. Mario was a plushie for some reason or another. I didn't get
I
that.
think they called them. What do they call those weird people? Like the
furries.
furries.
That's it.
Yeah,
Furries.
yeah, he was a furry. So Mario was a
He was
furry.
You know, actually, Mario started the onesie trend that everybody likes.
Yeah,
to do
because he
now.
had
You
the
know, you
frog
can go-
suit as well in the same game.
You can go
Yeah.
to Walmart and get you a suit, like you can dress up like a Ninja Turtle or Chewbacca or whatever. Now it's all onesies. It's for adults. So Mario kind of set the trend way back in the late '80s. You know, it's kind of crazy.
Why not, right? Why not? Why not?
Mario was probably wondering why doesn't anybody think this is cool but me? He needs to come into the future now. I bet Mario's happy.
He does
now.
like mushrooms, so who knows? Maybe that's why he thought stuff was cool.
That's true. That's very true. You know, you never know what those mushrooms were doing to his brain at the time.
Exactly. You know, telling what he was thinking. I bet he would shrink himself on purpose when he had the raccoon tail to reduce his Q-tip budget. It's like, I can't be cleaning 4 ears, man. Come here, Goomba. Bite me on the ankle. So, another cool thing about Mario 3 was that, you could find the little secrets. They had right off the bat in the first world, the first 3 levels, the first 5 levels counting the castle, you could get 2 warp whistles.
Actually, you could get 3 in the game. The third whistle, if I remember correctly, I know there was a ship that could appear if you did level. I think it was 4, the one that moved. If you did it correctly, if you get all the coins, you get a ship that could give you a third whistle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that's
that was the treasure ship, right? The one that had all the coins and
Right.
stuff on it. Yeah,
Because you had to get all the coins on level 4 on
Right.
the first world to unlock the ship, right?
Okay, never mind. Let's see. It might have been World 2, I'm not sure.
Was it World 2?
Let's see.
We'll have to look that one up. We'll see. Actually, I just found a YouTube video. Let me play it. Super Mario Bros. 3, the third magic whistle. It's in the sand, the desert. Make sure you have the hammer you got from beating one of the Boomerang Bros.
Yeah, you hit that block.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what
you
it
busted
is.
a rock in the top right.
Yeah.
Yep, that was it.
And then you could actually take yourself all the way to World 8 and skip everything good. Because World 8 was a fucking nightmare.
it definitely
It was.
Holy crap, dude! That last the last tank or ship, the last airship that you had to run across, dude, that was brutal.
And that was just at the first time. That's before you even got to the freaking levels.
I know, right?
Because you had all that armada or whatever the hell it was in the beginning. And then you had to go through all that. And then you had to go through worlds or stages.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was a
It
pain
was
in the
brutal.
butt.
It was brutal. I remember us sitting in the living room, passing the controller around, and like as soon as like one of us would get done getting killed, would storm off outside and probably chop down a tree or
There was
something.
no
just to get
storming
the
off
rage out,
outside.
you know.
The controller got thrown. Let's just tell the truth.
Well, yes.
Well, yeah,
But
we did throw the controller. a
I'm
couple
sure
times.
Nintendo made some money off of people like us. It's just rageaholics.
Oh, they knew what they were
Dude.
doing. They knew what they were doing.
Hey, play
Those
this
airships,
game.
those airships and tanks. Yeah, they were definite rage fest waiting to happen.
Absolutely
Yeah, I'm
insane.
surprised. I can't remember us breaking too many controllers though. That's how I think how tough those NES controllers were.
Yeah.
They were pretty hard to kill.
Yeah, I
I
mean
know,
they're still
man.
pretty tough. They have some thick plastic on them. Then you can't really say that much for the Super Nintendo controllers. They were made out of little more cheaper things, but those regular Nintendo ones, they were beastly.
They definitely took a beating.
Oh yeah, it was insane. I remember. We used to use that. I think we had the NES Advantage too that we would use on it.
Right.
I
right,
never
we
used
did.
it for that game. We had a game called Gyros that we played, so that one we used for sure, and maybe Gradius I think was my main two. Oh, and Ninja Turtles the arcade game.
So yeah, no, Super Mario Bros. 3. I just it definitely made an impact on me as far as what games could do. Because Nintendo actually put an extra chip into that game cartridge to make it have like the display on the bottom and things like that. They actually used the chip inside the game to make it more powerful. So it was one of the first games on Nintendo that really just had eye-catching graphics and really popped. Had great music. It was just beautiful. It was a beautiful game. Even it's still beautiful even now.
Yeah, I think I played it earlier today. To be quite honest, I was playing with SNES Classic. You can put your games on there or whatever. And I played the Super Mario All Stars and played it for a minute. So in Super Mario All Stars, they actually improved the graphics because it was on the Super Nintendo. They actually improved the graphics even a little bit better, colors and things like that.
Yeah, and they upgraded the to 16-bit sounds too. It's like the music was a little more crisp and a lot clearer. So yeah, they did a lot of Super Mario 3 with it when they upgraded it on the Super Mario All Stars. It was pretty wild. Now, of course, I knew we was going to be talking about Super Mario Brothers 3 today, so I went looking around on the internet to find some interesting facts about Super Mario 3. So I found one cool website I've shared with you guys, as you should have it pulled up. It is called screenrant.com, and the article was written by Dylan Dimbrow on February 22nd, 2017. So this credit is to him. Dylan, thank you for writing this article. I thought we could just go over a few of these cool facts about the game, because some of the stuff I didn't even know. But like number 15, I did know this, that the whole game is a stage play. So like, in Mario 1, it was like Mario goes to save the Mushroom Kingdom. And Mario 2, spoiler alert, people, if you've never beat Mario 2, but sorry, it's too late for you now. It was a Mario dream at the end. It was Mario's dream when he beat the game. So Mario's asleep in the bed, dreaming about that game.
It's Bob Newhart all over again, right?
Oh, yes. Sorry, guys. You got spoiled. But it is, in Mario 3, it's actually a stage play, Mario and Luigi acting out their adventures in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of clues in that, or in the game, that kind of tell you. I mean, if you look, like the way the shadows fall on the blocks you jump on, and stuff is secured with bolts and whatever else, look on the platforms.
Yep.
It kind of looks like it might be. I mean, I didn't know that until I actually read this website, I'll be honest. But now at the beginning, looking back, the whole opening with the opening credits with the curtain going up and all that stuff, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of just pops out at you after you think about it.
Yeah, it does. It really does. I read, I forget, it had to been 10 years ago, or maybe a little less than that, but I read it on a forum somewhere in a theories. People had game theories,
Mm-hmm.
and they were talking about how Super Mario Bros. 3 was actually a play. And actually, in 2015, it talks about in this website here that Shigeru Miyamoto, I just butchered that name.
Miyamoto.
He confirmed that the entire game was a performance. He actually confirmed that fact, which was pretty cool.
Right.
That he actually came out and said, hey, that's definitely the theory. Now, I guarantee you won't be able to get him to do that for a Zelda game, but he confirmed that for Mario. So Zach, do you see anything on this website that you thought was interesting on this article?
Well, you can go and look at where, like the ghosts were, based off of one of the developers' wives. Like she was shy or whatever, and then one day she yelled at her husband, Takashi Tezuka. So that was interesting to me.
So are you trying? Is your wife listening to this? Are you trying to tell her something?
No, not.
Yes, Zach's wife. If you're listening to this, just disregard that whole comment.
That's all somebody else.
This is just a dream. So yeah, that was a pretty cool fact about that. They actually, it's fun to see the inside, the behind the scenes type of things like that. Like they created what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my god!
What are you trying to do?
The word that it's like a boo. Like you see a boo, you know that's Mario. You know it.
Right.
You see it. What's my word?
I don't know. Icon?
Oh, well. Iconic. Yes, there we go. Zach with the save.
That's what I do.
Boo is an iconic
I'm a hero.
character in the Mario games now. Like, you do not play Mario games without boos.
Right, and the boos were actually introduced in Super Mario 3. That's where they first appeared.
Yeah, that was their first appearance, and ever since they've been in everything.
Yep.
Yeah, and Mario 3 was the 5th game in the series instead of the 3rd. Just letting you know that. There was a couple of Japanese games, Super Mario's, that never made it. Like the special.
Of course, we're talking about Super Mario 3 American. It was called Super Mario Brothers 2 America. It was actually called Super Mario Brothers 2 USA in Japan when they released it over there.
Yeah, and they had, Doki Doki Panic, too, so...
Yeah, Doki Doki Panic too was that. But that's pretty cool that somebody's wife who gave him a hard time about working too much.
Yeah.
Well,
turned into one of the most iconic video game characters you'll see. I mean, you see a boo, boom, it's Mario. You know it.
And now you know it's
Scott,
based
what about
on
you?
somebody's wife. So.
Yeah, now we know. If you see a boo, you're probably going to think about your wife nagging at you or something.
Yeah, because that's what they do. I mean, what?
You didn't hear anything. Nobody said that.
I have no clue.
Oh my gosh.
One of the things I thought was pretty cool was it's number 8 on the list. Is the Koopalings were based on the programmers. They based each one of the little Koopa, each one of the ships you had to go on, each one of the main bosses for the ships were all based on some of the programmers of the game. And then that was in Japan. Now, when it came to America, the American adaptation actually named them after classic, or they named them after rock singers. I don't know that it was classic rock singers, but they were named after rock music legends or whatever. In the Japanese version, they didn't have names. They were just there, I think.
They were just the kids. Now, there was another website. Unfortunately, on this one, they didn't list the names of the one they listed in America. Let's see if I can find it. It was, here we go. So they named the 7 Koopa Kids after 7 famous musicians. Lemmy Kilmister, Ludwig van Beethoven. Oh, von Beethoven. I'm sorry, Beethoven. Roy Orbison. Wendy O. Williams. I don't know who that person is. Iggy Pop. Larry Mullins Jr. and Morton Downey Jr. So,
and see, I didn't know Morton Downey Jr. was a musician. I knew he was. I thought he was a famous stand-up comedian.
Yeah, he was like a comedian, talk show host type of dude. He must have done something musical.
Yeah, it must have been.
So I thought that was weird too, because I mentioned that to my wife. I said I was reading some of this stuff to her, and I said Morton Downey Jr. She was like, he was like a talk show host or something. Like he smoked cigarettes. He was real loud.
Yep.
So she's like, she didn't even know that. So my wife knows a lot of that kind of little trivia, but she did not know that. It was pretty crazy, but but I think they based the designs of the Koopalings off 7 of the developers,
right,
of the game.
The design of them, yeah.
Yeah. And then America's like, we need some cool names. We got to be able to sell some toys later, guys.
That's right.
Come on. It's like, come on, Japan, help us out here, bro.
Capitalism at its finest still.
No doubt.
We got amiibos we got to make in 20 years, guys.
20 amiibos.
Dang.
Let me tell you something about amiibos, but that's another day.
Yeah, that's another day. And then I thought one of the cool things on there was the Centaur Mario. They introduced, they got the P-Wing, the Hammer Brothers suit, and the Frog suit.
Yeah, but he never came about there.
And then they actually had a Centaur Mario. They was gonna have like mythical beasts suits for Mario. So he was gonna have a Centaur, and he was gonna have some other ones. But the only one they kept was the Tanuki suit, which is a mythical creature in Japanese folklore.
Which is the raccoon, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I think they should bring that back. They should like put that in one of the next Mario games or something. Like he could be a Centaur. Maybe make a Skyrim Mario type of game.
Oh.
That would be so sick.
An open world Mario game. I don't know.
Open world Mario game where he gets Centaur powers.
Maybe he could run into Sonic out there and punch him in the throat. I don't know.
Maybe he could. He could get Sonic powers.
Could be.
And run real fast.
Could be a dark day for Sonic and Mario. They kill each other or something.
I would love it. Nintendo. So take the Centaur suit and make a rated M Mario game. Let's do it.
Oh no.
I love it.
Mario's getting too far into this furry thing, okay?
He might end up being, he might end up getting into the brony community, so why not have Pony Mario? Come on, guys, this is gold. Start making the amiibos. Let's go. Centaur Mario, Pony Mario. Did you guys see anything else in that article you thought was worth mentioning?
Not really. No.
Nah.
But guys, check that out. Though, go to screenrant.com and just look up Super Mario Bros. 3 trivia if you want to check out that article. And we appreciate those fine folks over there for allowing us to use it on this podcast without their permission. Thank you. And
you're welcome, by the way. I'm just kidding.
But we did actually, we did credit them. We didn't try to claim their work. So.
No, I put all that time in.
I read some of these sentences in here. I would never claim this.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dylan. Go back to school, bro. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking, Dylan. Don't sue me. So Super Mario Bros. 3, in a summation, if you will, was a pretty big deal for us when we were kids. It was. We didn't have our Nintendo very long before Super Mario Bros. 3 came out. I think we only had it for about a year and a half.
I don't know. We had that thing for a while.
Because Super Mario Bros. 3 came out in '89.
You sure? I thought it was 90 because of the ROM shortage.
Was it the '90s?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they did have that ROM chip shortage that kind of delayed the release. It was.
They had a big problem with games right around that time because of the ROMs, and then they were developing Super Nintendo stuff as well. And I think '93 Super Nintendo came out, so there was a lot of NES games that nobody actually purchased and actually ended up in like landfills and stuff. It's pretty weird.
Right.
That's why there's some collectible like Kirby and stuff like that. It's really crazy. Huh.
Yeah. Mario 3 was released in the 90s. I think we got our Nintendo in what, like 88?
I think it was a lot earlier than that. 87, I think. Right when
we didn't move to Mississippi until 87.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We didn't get the Nintendo until we moved into the house.
Are you sure?
In town, remember? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So it had to have been like, I think it was Christmas 88 when we got our Nintendo.
Well, yeah, that sounds about right. So a couple of years, yeah.
And I know we played Super Mario like crazy. So.
Oh, no doubt.
True.
I mean, when Super Mario Bros. 3 came out, that's hype machine, man. That was hyped. That was in that movie, The Wizard.
Oh yeah.
Which was just a 90-minute commercial from considered a 90-minute commercial by lots of people out there.
The movie, The Wizard's a 90-minute commercial.
That's what a lot of
Pretty
people
much. I mean,
consider.
it was all Nintendo.
You got the Power Glove. You got
that's true.
the Nintendo World Championships. They're talking about that the whole time. I actually enjoyed that movie, by the way. It gets a bad rap out there.
It was a good movie, actually. So check it out if you haven't seen it. Some of you younger crowd.
Yeah, The Wizard. Check it out. It's definitely worth watching if you're a gamer.
Yep.
But it had a lot. Super Mario Brothers 3 was a big reason that movie did well, because people wanted to see a sneak peek of the game. And Mario definitely markets with the best of them, as we know.
Guys, it's time for a break, but we'll be right back to talk about the present day game. And what we're actually going to do there, we're going to compare a little bit of Fortnite and PubG, because those are two of the big things happening right now. I think Fortnite is one of the fastest growing games out there. I read somewhere the other day that they're up to like 45 million players right now. So we're going to talk about that when we come back, so stick around.
What's up, gamers? Chris here. Do you like to pay what you want for bundles of games while also supporting charity? I thought you might. At Humble Bundle, you pay what you want for great content and support charity. Plus, when you use our partner link, you'll be supporting this podcast too. Use our Humble link, tiny.cc/HortonGrimm, when you make your purchase to get great games, support awesome charities, and support this podcast. Remember, use our Humble link, tiny.cc/HortonGrimm, to support this podcast. Now back to the show. Alright guys, welcome back to the show, and I hope you enjoyed that little commercial. In this segment of our podcast, we're going to be talking about present day games, and of course the specific games we're talking about today is PUBG and Fortnite, and we're going to do a little comparison of each game. And Scott, you had sent me a list of stuff that you had against both games.
Yeah, they're complaints. Lots of complaints from this guy.
Well, yeah, some complaints, yeah.
Scott, you got some Scorn? Do you have a little Scorn?
I do. I have a list of issues that I am calling Scott's Scorn. And to start off, I'm going to talk about Fortnite. I got a few things here that that really kind of irritate me. So
Alt F4.
The first thing, Alt F4, really
ends all the irritation.
Okay, I got you. I understand. So anyway, point number one: building walls. What the hell's up with that? If I want to build stuff, I'd be playing Minecraft. I understand the PvE game mode is all about building a base and making sure the zombie horde doesn't kill you, but why put the building in PvP? What's up? That just complicates matters when it comes to strategy and killing the other guy.
Well,
I mean, really.
The zombies got guns now. Fuck.
Zombie, but not in PvP. There are no zombies in PvP.
There's all kinds of zombies. You don't see those other people running around with guns and fucking rabbit suits?
Wait a second. I saw chicken suits. I don't see no zombies.
There's a dinosaur, like a dragon. I don't know. Everybody looks like a zombie to me because I'm going to shoot them in the head. Just saying.
But that still doesn't explain why you got to build a ramp into the sky.
You're going to get the height advantage. You know? Get the height advantage, jump down, shoot somebody in the face. Those types of things. I mean, they kind of remedied that with the Port-a-Fort now. You get this.
Well, that's true. That's true. They did introduce the Port-a-Fort, but we'll get to the good stuff in a minute. All right. So the second thing is weapon damage. Now, in my opinion, weapon damage is not as high as it should be in a game that gives the player energy shields to protect themselves with. I mean, I should be able to land a couple of shots with a rifle and make somebody fall down. Not in Fortnite. This game, it takes 5 or 6 shots to kill somebody. What the hell?
You gotta shoot them in the face.
Even if you shoot them in the face, if they got a shield,
I got a good video for you to watch. It's called Shopping Spree. Do you want to see that? Shoot them right in the face.
Send me the link. I'll check it out.
Let me get you that.
Sounds like a personal problem to me.
Yeah, it does. It just sounds like he's not aiming.
And that's possible. I I can't argue against that. You're probably right, but that's neither here nor there.
Maybe that's why his wife's always complaining about how much urine she has to clean up around the toilet.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah, so now we're going to go there. Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Yes, I understand I'm the oldest, but
there's
damn,
no reason
come on,
I
dude.
should put the seat down. Okay? Learn to put it down yourself. Your arm works. For fuck's sake. Jeez, I took all the effort in lifting it up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Come on. I don't tell you to lift it up when you get done sitting on it.
Okay, so the third and final thing that just bugs the shit out of me is boogie bombs, alright? Why in the hell would boogie bombs be a thing? I get it's a crowd control weapon, but come on. Some astronaut throws a freaking grenade at me and I start to dance the freaking mambo. Then I get shot in the head and die. I don't like to dance. Why would I want to watch my character be forced to dance? If I wanted to dance, I'd be playing Dance Dance Revolution, for goodness sake. I mean, come on.
I hate the fucking boogie bomb.
Oh my God, you guys agree on something.
We can agree on that. That is awesome. We found something to agree
One
about.
thing that is the worst about boogie bombs is I can throw it and hit somebody right in their crotch with it, okay? And nothing happens. But they could throw it 3 miles in front of me and I'm dancing like an idiot.
I don't know, man.
I don't
hate
get
those
it.
stupid things.
And then I get so pissed off because it could be like the end of the game, and then they'll have like 3 boogie bombs. I'm like, where are these people getting loot?
I know it's crazy,
no
dude.
sense.
I mean, the freaking boogie bomb is a rage-inducing thing if I ever saw one.
Yep. If I didn't love my keyboard and mouse so much, I would break them during boogie bombs. So.
Yeah.
And what's worse is if your teammate throws it and hits you too.
Oh God, yes.
Especially a random.
That happened to us.
You can't scream.
That happened to us one night. Remember, one of the guys we were playing with, he threw the freaking boogie bomb and hit. Oh, did he do it on purpose?
Yeah, because he's ridiculous like that.
Shithead.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are my three issues with Fortnite. Now on to PubG. All right.
And here we go.
Now. Yes, here we go.
Let me get the soapbox for you, sir.
Okay, see, the first thing in PUBG is hard to spot enemies, alright? Enemies in this game are very hard to spot. The world's full of hidey holes and debris, so it makes it hard for me to spot where people are shooting me from. Now, I hate not being able to locate my would-be murderer to retaliate against them.
Well, that's the whole point of him being a murderer. Okay.
Yeah, I get that, but still.
Being murdered. The problem is, turn your graphics down.
Turn the graphics down?
Turn your render distance down, okay? And then the grass doesn't render, and then you can see the idiot that's laying there on the ground. You just shoot him right in the face.
Oh, well, see, there you've helped to show me a way to remedy that.
But the thing is, me playing, and anybody that's watched my streams of PUBG, I don't play like a little sissy pussy like that. That's for those people who want to play the game like a sissy. All right, you want to play the game like a sissy? Turn your graphics down. You want to bitch and complain like Scott here? Just Alt F4.
Yeah, I hear you. Alt F4.
You know how I solved that? I uninstalled the game myself. That's what I did. Like, bye.
All I can tell you is, keep your eyes open. Look around. That's all you got to do. You should be able to spot enemies. Listen for the gunfire. Okay, like if you turn your head in the game and you hear the bullet, that is the direction it's coming from, or whichever side you've turned your head. So keep that in mind.
I prefer to play PUBG as if I'm Stevie Wonder. Okay, I just want to roam the countryside. I want to hopefully I'll find a piano so I can actually entertain somebody. That's about it.
Was that on the back of a Pepsi truck? I mean, come on.
You got the right one, baby.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, number 2 thing that just bugs me. All right. The guns. The guns are complicated, dude. I mean, the loot in this game, specifically the weapons, is very complicated. I mean, when you pick up a shotgun, you would think that it would just be point and shoot, right? Wrong. You have to find chokes and bullet loops and other shit to go with it. And long-range weapons, don't even get me started. 2x, 4x, 8x scopes, quick draw mags, stabilizers, the list goes on. I get that some people like realism in their games, but holy shit, dude, that's a lot of realism. I mean...
Oh, sorry to interrupt you again. Moo. All right. Listen, there was also a 15x scope. Comes out of a loot box, the crates that drop from the sky.
Oh, I thought you was about to say it falls out of your ass when you do like something.
No. Unfortunately, something already fell out of my ass because your voice keeps coming through on the speakers. But anyways, I'll digress. I got nothing really
harsh, man,
to say about this comment except for grow a pair. Pick up the gun, shoot it.
I'm with Scott. I'm with Scott on this topic. There's too much crap to pick up. And then I'm like, somebody's watching me after they got killed, and they're watching me like, don't look down to pick up your stuff. You got to look up. Don't look down.
Well,
I'm like, I can't. I'm not trying. I mean, I can't do two things.
You got to hit tab for the vicinity loot. And it's right there on your screen. You can keep looking up in case somebody's dead on your squad. And they can actually say, hey, there's somebody about to shoot you right in your face. So,
then I get all this crap in my inventory that I don't even know if I need this crap. Like, I'm just throwing stuff away.
You only drag what you want. You only drag what you want.
I'm sitting here thinking, I wish I could really take these pills.
Yeah, no doubt.
I could enjoy this game.
Oh, my God. I guess you could drink before playing. I mean, it might make you a little wobbly.
So, yeah, I'm with you on that, Scott. Realism, too much on that. Too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Well, I don't know, but, some people...
You could turn the blood green or blue, whatever the hell those colors are that people are using to cheat. And then other countries that outlaw blood in the game.
Yeah. And see, there's some people in the world, some people that play these games like this that want the difficulty and the realism and the grindy stuff. I can't.
What's that?
I don't know.
It's not that grindy. I mean, you just gotta either find shit or you don't, and then unfortunately you're at the mercy of the spawn ratios and spawn areas.
Yeah. That's true.
I'm usually at the mercy of the 5 people I land there and they cut my throat.
And they probably just shoot you or bludgeon you to death.
I'm dead immediately. If there's at least one person that's not on my team in the area, they're gonna kill me. I guarantee.
Yep, that's right.
That's what.
Okay, so now on to point number 3 for PubG. All right. So the third thing, and this really chaps my ass, okay, is cheaters. Right. So yes, this is a problem in almost every game ever. I understand that, but I hate the fact that my squad can roll up on this dude and put enough bullets in him to kill a few elephants, and the guy just looks at us and shoots into the sky, and we all fall down. Sure, that person can be reported, but we're all still dead and having to start over. Dude, that shit sucks. All right?
Well.
And I think all of you can I think all of us can agree on cheaters suck, right?
Cheaters suck, yeah, in any game. There are certain countries that are cracking down on this. I think Korea, if they develop the cheats and then are using the cheats, of course, they can go to jail and be fined and shit. So if we did that everywhere and people were actually trackable, which is sometimes hard to do because a lot of people use VPNs and different things like that. And, it's just a big mess, and the anti-cheat software or whatever the hell they're using doesn't really work that often or work that well. And you see where they do all of these updates to the game. So then it puts your legit players out of the game for, I don't know, overnight. So you have to go find something else to do. So it's ridiculous.
Well, see, that's the point. The cheaters ruin the whole game for everybody. It ain't just, for a handful of folks. But anyway, so those are the 3 things for each game that I just really kind of get under my skin. But now, all those being said, these games are very popular. They're fun to play. I mean, I agree. I mean, I tell you, I do enjoy playing them. I like Fortnite better than PubG in some instances, but they're both fun in their own right. I like the whole battle royale modes. They're just it's just really cool. I mean, granted, I die a lot, okay, because I mean I really don't play them enough to get really super good at it, but they're fun games. I mean I can't. It was kind of hard for me to find stuff to be ticked off about in either one of them, but I enjoy playing them.
I get mad when nobody uses their microphones. Okay, we know you have a microphone, kid. Speak into it. Also,
Right.
if someone in your group is speaking and calling out stuff and trying to communicate where you can have a better gaming experience, you don't make fun of their accents. You don't try to trigger them. Stop being a douchebag.
So what happened, bud? Somebody make fun of you for being from the South?
Oh, I am a redneck apparently, and a hick. Somebody called me another slur, but it wasn't even like the person was so dumb they didn't even know what they were saying. Okay.
Wow.
I'll tell you guys a little bit later when we're not recording what they said, but it does not refer to anyone from the South. Okay. And if they had known what they were saying, because they said it over and over and over, and the people I was in a group with, because I think we was like 3 deep, and then we had a random person, and they called me something just totally not related to any of my ethnic background at all. So I'm like, are you dumb? I'm just, it's just whatever.
Oh, yeah.
There's some dumb people out there. Ignorance is not bliss, people. Read a book.
It's not, especially in PubG and Fortnite. Now, with PubG and Fortnite being very similar games, what do you guys think the other one does better than the other?
Well, in Fortnite, you can use your auto run, and it will let you glide instead of you having to hold the fucking W key, okay, or push forward on your control stick. PUBG, you still can't do that. Also, it's kind of hard to do in PUBG because it's not a glider. It's not like an instant thing. But Fortnite lets you use your glider, and then you can put it up and still skydive. With the parachute, I understand it's a one-time thing there, so it's whatever. But I guess they could let you like cut the parachute and then use the reserve, because those aren't attached to my knowledge. I don't know, because I have no idea about skydiving.
I like the Fortnite because it's I don't know, and this is just an aesthetic thing for me. I like the bright colors and the style of graphics that they use. It's really nice.
So,
and then
was that the Unreal Engine? I think.
I think so. I believe that's right.
Yeah.
The Unreal Engine. And then I like the pace of Fortnite. It's a lot more fast paced than PUBG is. PUBG is kind of gives you, I don't know, there's more time involved somehow. It feels like, and maybe it's just a subjective thing. I don't know. But I enjoy the pace of Fortnite a lot better, and it's just
Yeah, I'm with you on that with the pace of Fortnite. Compared to PUBG, it's a lot faster.
Fortnite, they do push you further, quicker.
You get more. You can play. I mean, I know it's more because there's probably 42 million people playing the game, but you do get into matches quicker. There's just a lot of stuff happens faster. You grab a gun, it's time to go. You got bullets in it. You don't have to do anything to it. You just go. Find more loot if you can, and I thought I had a lot more fun playing Fortnite than I did PUBG, and I actually enjoyed PUBG the times I have played it.
Yeah, the Fortnite in the lobby, once it fills up, it's like, I think it gives you 6 or 7 seconds or less. And then you're automatically on the bus. With PUBG, even if the lobby is almost full, it takes 1 minute, a total of 60 seconds, to tick down. Then get you on the plane. And then you got to figure out where you're going to jump, and if your teammates have a voice, or if they can speak, or if they can hear, or if they even give a shit. And then you got to pick a place. Then you got to actually land together. It's with Fortnite, with both games you can land separate of each other if you're good, and you find weapons. But at the same time, it's a big mess in either one if you land away from your team, because you could get taken out easily and you're not doing your squad any good.
So you guys would say, I know I would say that Fortnite's definitely a far superior game at this point.
Well, it just depends. I mean, it just depends on what type of fluidity you like in a game. PUBG is fine with me because you can do some crazy shit in there and have fun with it. as long as you're not with a bunch of stiffs, you know, that just
Right,
get super serious. So if you play PubG or Fortnite with me, I'm a really serious guy. So if you don't want to be serious about the game, it's probably not the best way to spend your time.
That I can attest to, ladies and gentlemen.
Because
I can attest to that.
I like to win. I don't play games to lose. I don't know of anybody that does. So
I do.
Yeah, well,
I'll say that's
we
the same.
We could tell over that Oceanhorn game. You know?
Hey, I beat that
Oh.
game. But
you finally, you know. Let me go buy
I
some
did defeat
supplies
it.
3,000 times. Yeah.
So I don't ever give up, baby.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm the same way as you, Zach, except the opposite. You know what I mean? If you want to play a game and don't matter, it doesn't matter if you lose. It doesn't matter. I'm like just chill about it. I used to not be like that. I'll admit. Back in the Halo 2 days.
This guy right here wanted to hit
Vicious.
me with a television because I reamed him with the sword over and over and made fun of him.
Yeah, it was not good. It's not a good situation.
It was a LAN party.
If I didn't need that TV to keep playing Halo 2, it would have been over his head.
So it's like me and my buddy Kane against, I think it was Chris and Shane, Sugar Shane,
Sugar Shane,
and Wade and his brother Adam. Were on teams. We had 3 Xboxes hooked up. Everybody had their own TV, and I just kept wrecking people with that sword. It was insane, and Chris was pissed like the entire time. And then when I just make fun of it, it just set him over the edge.
Yeah,
and then
he was making my fuse much shorter every second.
Oh, I lit that shit up with some lighter fluid. I don't even care.
So that's why I don't take these games serious anymore. I have to just relax on them now because I seriously will probably pop a vessel if I take them serious. But it's fun. I did play Fortnite a little bit last week and I did enjoy it. So I think Fortnite is a better experience for me, at least. I thought it was a much better experience as far as being able to, get in there and play. And I enjoyed that you could pick up a gun. It had the ammo in it and stuff. And the environment and the graphics are just beautiful in that game. I love the way it looks. I think that it's an excellent job with the graphics. It's just beautiful. Like I was watching your video, Destro, you were in that store, and you were owning those guys. But I was sitting there just looking at the store. I'm like, oh my god, that is so cool looking.
You know what's funny about that store? That is a survivalist store. If you didn't notice, like all the tents and shit in there. Those guys were not survivalists. Okay.
No, they did not survive. They were led to their death in a survival store.
What was cool about that game? I actually ended up with like 8 kills. I seen a llama that was stuck in the side of a mountain, which the other video was llama late for something. Was from that same game. And I ended up I got to the end. I got second in the whole match. No, third in the whole match. Like, my squad was dead. It was just me after, like, the first, 4 minutes. My squad was dead. And so I got to a certain point, and I ended up getting sniped because I was shooting at somebody else. And, of course, he had a teammate just sitting there camping like a little bitch. But, it's whatever. That's what they do. So, anyways, if you guys have some pointers, some tips, some comments about Fortnite or I don't know, PubG, just let us know because we're about to go take a break. I need a nap.
Yeah, he's getting old, so he needs to lay down.
Yeah, and after Zach's nap, guys, we're gonna come back and talk about a future game that's coming out in 2019. A little game called Anthem. So stick around, guys, and we'll see you after this commercial break. Okay, gamers, Chris here again. Did you know you could get a curated bundle of games worth over $100 for just $12 a month? It's true, and Humble Monthly does just that. Use our partner link, tiny.cc/HortonGrimm. Click on the monthly tab and sign up today. If you're a first-time buyer, you will receive 10% off your first purchase. Don't worry, they don't send you worthless games. No siree. Each game is selected based on user reviews on Steam. Only positive reviewed games qualify. Remember, use our humble link, tiny.cc/HortonGrimm, to check out Humble Monthly today to get awesome games, support charity, and support this podcast. Now, back to the show. All right, gamers, welcome back from the break. Thank you for hanging there with us. And now we're about to start our third segment. We're going to talk about a future game that will be released in early 2019. According to their website, it's going to be released on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the PC. The developer is BioWare. The publisher is Dum Dum Dum, EA.
Loot box.
Yay.
And, of course, this game is called Anthem. This is a big, huge deal of a game for EA, and it has been delayed from, it was supposed to be released in the fall 2018, and now it's been pushed back to the early 2019. And we can start off by talking about the negative aspect of why it got pushed back, and that is the microtransactions and loot boxes that EA got themselves in some hot water over Battlefront 2. So
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say they did.
Hot tub. Hot tub.
They boiled their peanuts real well on that deal.
Oh yes, they did a very good job of that, and they, I believe, got scared because Anthem. Anthem had that stuff all in it. Anthem had stuff all in it, being an online game that sort of like Destiny.
Also like the Division as well. So I mean, those two. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of loot gear. Random drops. Different types of tiers of the weapons and shit. So that's whatever.
Oh yeah, so it's a big game for EA. They've put a lot of money into this game, so they do not want it misfiring like Battlefront 2 did. So those are something we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on. I know because I know all three of us are interested in playing this game, and
I'm definitely going to be in this game. I don't know one way or another.
Because I literally did not even give Battlefront 2 any consideration as soon as I found out about the loot boxes and pay to win stuff.
Yeah, dude, I didn't
buy either one of them. I didn't buy the first one because I played the beta.
Well, yeah, the beta, the first one didn't even have any kind of story mode or anything. See, for me, as a gamer right now, I'd rather have the story mode in it. I don't really care too much about.
Well, especially for a
stuff.
Star Wars,
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Now this game Anthem right here, I'm excited about the open world stuff. Hopefully there will be some PvP as well. I mean, hopefully they do it right. But it's whatever. Maybe they'll do a battle royale. That'd be sick.
Well, the one thing that gives me hope about this game is BioWare's involved.
Yeah.
And they've made some really awesome games. Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect. They've done a lot of cool games that have great storylines and good mechanics, things of that nature.
Yeah.
And with this game, I think that's the one hope I have for Anthem is that BioWare is taking it and putting those elements into it and making it an awesome story mode. That's one of the complaints I had about Destiny myself. Destiny had some story to it, but to me, I know, Scott, I know you enjoyed it a lot more than me. But
the first Destiny game, see, it had story and lore, but the problem with that for me was that the only way to get the story was not in the game, but from the lore cards and whatever else. You had to actually go hunt it up on their website or find the card in game or something, and it didn't actually tell the story. You just kind of got dropped in the middle of a war zone, and you went out and did whatever missions they gave you. That was the main problem I had. I mean, it didn't even really have a campaign mode. It was just running raids and running dungeons and whatever else.
There's a lot of grinding it out type of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is not fun at all. And I think Anthem, that's what I hope. I think it looks pretty cool based off the trailer, the gameplay trailer. Mm-hmm. The third-person view looks really cool. The monsters and stuff are insane on this game. The graphics are amazing. I mean, the environment is stupid cool. Reminds me a lot of Halo games, especially Halo 2, where you're in lots of the jungle areas and things like that. And Halo 1 as well had a lot of those.
Right.
And I just think this game really reminds me of that kind of feel. And that's the reason I'm excited about Anthem. But it's going to have quests. It's going to have storyline missions. It's going to have a central hub in a town. So, I mean, it definitely has a lot of good things going for it on paper.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, just based on the gameplay demo that they released, I mean, it just looks ridiculously awesome as far as the way the graphics are, and And I mean, it's just, I don't know if they can follow through and actually do what they have shown on their trailers and their gameplay release that they had. I mean, it'll be awesome. It'll definitely outdo Destiny or any of those games, in my opinion, because it just looks great.
I just hope they don't screw it up. I mean,
right? Yeah,
there's a lot of room for error here if they don't do it correctly. So
yeah,
you know, I know they're going to have different types of armor and things of that nature. You're going to have it's going to be like each suit's customizable, obviously, and I guarantee that's where microtransactions are going to come in big.
yeah, I think the big struggle is going to also be their co-op system, or how many people can be in a group. You only have 4 people.
right.
In a group, and a lot of people around here have more than 3 friends. So give us bigger groups games. I mean, what's holding you back? I mean, it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, it would be awesome to get 5 to 10 people in a group just going crazy, flying around, because the exosuits can fly and stuff, and it's really, from the gameplay footage I saw, it's real smooth when you're landing and stuff. It's all like really smooth. You land, boom, you can take off again. You can swim in the water. It looks beautiful. It's crazy. It's kind of like Avatar too, like the movie Avatar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It does look pretty good as far as the big animals and things like that in it.
And one of the things about that, it being open world and what it's going to have, any of the creatures in the world will attack you at random. I mean, if you get too close to them or whatever. I mean, if you saw the gameplay, there's one part where the character lands on this rock outcropping or whatever, and there's this big humongous thing attacking other animals and throwing them around, and then it sees you and it runs at the player, and then
right,
you're able to jump off the thing and fly away. I mean, that's pretty cool. You don't have to go into combat if you don't want to, but if you wanted to, your suit would have the ability to, I don't know, possibly take on whatever comes at you. But it looks like it's going to be fun.
What was that game we played that kind of similar to this, I guess, where you would, I guess you were drilling for stuff, like ore and stuff, and then all the creatures would come up out the ground and shit.
What was that called? That was called Firefall.
Yeah,
That's
Firefall.
the name of that game.
I really enjoyed the gameplay on that. The only thing that bothered me the most is you had to actually buy like the motorcycle and different stuff like that, which kind of sucked.
Yep.
Yeah,
that game. If you hadn't had to buy things to be able to use them, then I mean, and this is real money buy. It wasn't something that you could, get in-game currency for. The only way to get the in-game currency was to actually spend real money on it to get enough to be able to purchase this stuff.
You know what's sad? I don't even think you can still play that game anymore.
No, I think that game's actually dead. You believe?
Well, no, like you can. I don't even think you can like download it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It shut down July 6th. Looks like.
Yeah.
So
they had a really good concept, a really good game there, and they just killed it.
I guess Red 5 Studios, are they still in business?
I don't know, bud.
Let's take a look.
I haven't heard.
If EA bought them, they're not.
Well, EA owns BioWare, right?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm surprised BioWare's hanging on.
Oh my god.
Well, they basically all but shut down the one in Canada, didn't they?
Right. I don't know.
Oh, I just remembered another thing I watched in that game trailer: the weather effects in that game.
You cannot go to Red 5 Studios website, by the way.
It's
missing.
I think right at the end of the gameplay trailer, there was this huge tornado-looking thing that they were about to go into.
Yeah, what did they call it? It was a shaper storm, right?
Yeah, shaper storm, and there was just debris flying everywhere, wind just gusting and swirling and in and out. It was crazy looking.
Yeah, from what I gather, it's supposed to be like just a random world event, sort of like the public events that you can play in Destiny 2 or Destiny 1 also, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's going to be pretty interesting with those big storms coming. It's going to make you crap your pants. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You're going to crap your pants big time. I saw it on the game and I was watching it in 4K on the trailer, and it's like, I hope it'd be cool if they put that in VR.
Yeah,
but
well, I mean, I don't know how you'd play it VR.
You wouldn't be able to, but they need to make one for me to play on VR.
Okay.
PlayStation 4. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Do it for me, guys. Chris Horton, that's me. Do it. Come on, EA.
Yep.
You're delayed it for another year anyway. You got time to throw a little VR thing together for me.
Well, I was just, it being an open world game, exploration is going to be a big part of it. I mean, just based on the gameplay stuff we saw, it was they discovered a new area in the map or whatever, and you got experience points for uncovering the map, and then also there's going to be there's a crafting system that's in place to be able to manufacture your weapons or upgrades or for your armor suit and stuff like that. So they're gonna. It looks to be, like you said on paper, it looks to be like it's just going to be just a super awesome game as long as it doesn't just, shoot itself in the foot before it gets started good.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it is an EA game, so it could happen. Luckily for them, they do have BioWare on the case, so that's definitely going to be a cool story. I know what's the writer of this game? His name is Drew Karpyshyn. I think it's what we have in our notes here. Drew Karpyshyn?
Karpyshyn, something like that.
Karpyshyn.
Yeah, Karpyshyn.
I have no clue.
And he was one of the writers of Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect 1 and 2. So, I mean, it's definitely got some talent behind the story, too. So,
right.
I'm excited about it. I really am. I think it's going to be, if this game turns out the way it should, me and you two will be playing the heck out of this game. I'm telling you.
Oh, no doubt. That's, as long as it comes out and it's like they're billing it, then it should be one of the best AAA games of next year. So,
and yeah, we'll have to see how it turns out.
Yeah, but I mean, we've touched on it a little bit earlier, but because it's coming out, it's being published by EA. I mean, there's definitely the threat of possible microtransaction, loot boxes, that kind of crap. But they keep saying that they've learned from their mistake and they're not going to do that again with this game, and they're expecting it to be like I don't know. They called it I think one of them called it like a 10-year journey or something. It's supposed to be there and live and
10-year journey.
Yeah, it's like 10 years, man. Is what they're billing it for.
For Anthem.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be like it's not going to take 10 years for it to come out.
Well,
it's
no,
going to be,
but I'm saying they're going to have enough content.
Yeah, they're going to keep developing and adding to it as it goes.
So you're telling me that EA, BioWare, people that have been failing recently, are going to put out a game that's going to last, I don't know, some comparison of like World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, man. That's what they're saying they're looking at.
That's what they're hoping for.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. What I mean by that. That's what they're looking at. It's what they're want to try to do.
They better get some people from Blizzard. Like, hire some people from Blizzard's all I can tell you.
I don't know. Blizzard had a hand in Destiny 2 and it didn't go well either.
Well, no, Blizzard was just like, we'll help you get set up on the multiplayer stuff, because of the servers and things. So.
Well, it was that, and mainly just for the PC release. I think it wasn't necessarily for the Xbox.
There's been a lot of screw ups by some major publishers lately. I'm just telling you, they're really pooping their pants here.
Please, let's get a new, I don't know what's called, Blackthorn game. That's what I want to see, Blackthorn.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I'm gonna write that down when it never happens.
Give me Blackthorn. That's all I want.
Or a new Death and Return of Superman. That would be awesome.
and Return of Superman would be sick. Just don't make it like the Nintendo 64 version, please. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about that in the future podcast. I can promise you that. Well, guys, I think we have really told a good story about Anthem here. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
it's pretty decent.
I think we covered Anthem pretty well.
I mean, there's not a lot out there to talk about for Anthem as far as, I mean, we could speculate all day. So,
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's very limited information.
Yeah. So once more stuff's available, hopefully we'll get some kind of beta keys to play this thing. And
definitely. They'll be out there
to get like a gameplay video up, maybe even a a beta stream or something. That would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, we'll definitely do something, and well, once the Anthem more information comes out, guys, we'll keep you updated here on Horton Brothers Grimm. Don't you worry about that. We're gonna bring it up again as more information is released because E3 will be coming up in a few months, so there'll be more stuff coming out for Anthem. I'm guaranteeing that. And then guess what? Nothing will come out because I just guaranteed it. But that's just
Oh my God.
whatever. When new information's there, we'll talk about it here, guys. So make sure you check back with us. EA, I guaranteed it. You got to do it, guys. Get in there. Sorry, but you got to do it now. I've already guaranteed it for everybody.
Yes, let us know things.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. This has been a fun first podcast. I hope you both have enjoyed it as much as I have because I've had a great time.
Oh yeah, man, it's been fun. I've enjoyed this. This is it's pretty cool.
I had a great time. You guys want to play some Fortnite?
I do. I've got some sleep to do. I don't want to rage tonight. But, guys, this will be the end of our first podcast. We really do appreciate you hanging in there with us today. Before we give you our outros, don't forget to leave this a 5-star rating on your iTunes app or, give it a thumbs up on whatever podcast app or system you're using. So make sure you give it a thumbs up. Spread the word if you really enjoyed this today. So we really appreciate that. It helps us out so much. And again, remember on the iTunes, you can just write whatever you want to in the box. You can write Zach sucks at Fortnite. You can
Please don't put that.
You can put in there Scott Scorn is scripted. It's whatever you want to write in the comments, guys.
Or you could put
It's
that.
fine.
No, I'm not gonna say that. It's too mean.
Well, before Zach gets too mean, guys, I just want to let you know that you can find me on YouTube at Bang Bang Potato. Just search Bang Bang Potato, and you will find us. On there, I do live streams Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so come check me out. And also, you can find me on Twitter at Bang Bang Potato 1. That's the number 1 at Bang Bang Potato 1. At Bang Bang Potato 1. I messed
For
that up.
Twitter? Is that
That's
Twitter?
At Bang Bang Potato 1. That's my Twitter. That's Twitter. Yeah, I just said that too many times. But so Scott, can you tell us where we can find you? Tweet to Twitter. Let us know what you think. And also, we actually have a Twitter for this podcast too, guys.
Yeah. Well.
Oh
You
yeah.
might want to tell them later.
Yeah. It's something. What was it?
I don't know.
I'll find it.
Yeah. Well.
Y'all go ahead. Scott, tell us where you can find you on the internet while I'm looking it up.
You can find videos on my YouTube channel. It is called The Games of Death. Death is spelled D-E-T-H because I'm strange like that. And anyway,
Very strange.
my screen name is Death Dealer. Just stop by, drop me a like, watch some videos. Also, I believe my Twitter feed is at Death Dealer, DETHDEALOR at Death Dealer. Anyway, that's where you can find me.
And Zach, what about you, my friend, my brother, my blood brother? Where can we find you on the internet there?
Depending on the time of day, when I can be in the bed. Oh, you want to know my YouTube? It is Genova Destro is the channel, of course. There is a space in Genova Destro on the YouTube. You spell it with a G. And then, of course, if you don't know who Destro is, then you need to watch G.I. Joe. And then on Twitter, you can find me at Genova Destro, all one word. And send me some tweets. I mean, I'll send some stuff out every once in a while. I'm not very active on Twitter, but hey, I'd like to be. How's that sound? Sound good? Hit me up.
Sounds great. Hit him up, people. He wants to hear from you. Wake him up from his nap, okay? Talk to him. All right, and also our Twitter account for our podcast is at Horton Grimm, at Horton GRIMM. So, guys, check us out there. There'll be plenty of tweets going on. Once these podcasts start releasing, I will be putting things out there to tell you where you can find them. Of course, you probably already found them by hearing this, so that's good.
Sometimes
But
he's
we do-
redundant.
I am very redundant, but that's okay. Tell your friends about our podcast, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed. We really appreciate it. And this is where we say our goodbyes in an awkward manner.
Adios.
All right.
Later.
Goodbye, guys. Peace.
Well, holla.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah, that's bye.
Bye.